hour on a weary day. The sun glazed to dull and skies clear as gray. Cold winds curse the air and pain slow death to autumn leaves upon a weary hour just before the city sleeps. I sit in a coffee shop trying to make the best of it, discussing sociology with a good friend over tea. Half attentive, half across the room, calm and collected, trying to see the day through. Realizing I cheap talk my lines, free strut my pride, and sleepwalk my time to a beat named life, when her phrase blindsided my thoughts train, handcuffed my attention, and boiled my heart to constriction. In the instant my ears were kissed with the simplistic deliverance from her lips, she said, sometimes I had to look in the mirror to remind myself I was Korean. And all of a sudden my coffee lost its reason. The next thing on my mind wasn't worth speaking, and the little sunshine that remained in my eye turned to a moonless evening. I replied parallel in time as a young gentleman soaked in melanin passed by, dressed in expensive bright threads of large logos, sagging pants, twisted cap, and a necklace ornamented around his neck with a medallion that shined brighter than the sun's complexion. Time and parallel, replied I. Your situation I can relate with. When the society outside of you reflects more than a majority of white faces, sometimes you begin to forget your own. And the space between your heart and your eyes can conflict and oppose to the point you have to physically see it to believe it, fight for it to feel it, say something to remember and take pains to bleed it. Of course, not despite whiteness or recite being non-white gives me something to write, but between my heart and eyes, the roots of confusion grow blue with the absence of resolution. Tense and withdrawn, my passion grows to watch them pose like an ethnic fashion show. Invested and dressed in cash and gold, I stop to ask to know, who the hell are you performing for? With no great prides or shames to make it spoken, no matter how much you pay for it to own it. Presence only amounts to ka-ching token. And every time I point it out, they start clowning. The minute I bring it up, they shoot it down. When I take it serious, they start clowning. When I want to talk about it, they get the tap dancing around it, hand clapping, singing and pounding, full-winded out loud with it shouting, let it go, oh, oh, feel good. You got to get on with it and do it like you should. And I wish I could. I stop glancing asunder the room just as the sky begins to cry cold rain. I look her in her eyes and tell her, thank you for giving words to such a well-known pain I haven't been able to describe for the longest time. Amongst the most familiar of places, still feeling lost. Amongst so many friends, still feeling alone. In this crowd, if you ever begin to forget who you are again, let's serve each other as reflections so you never have to look in the mirror to remember. Hmm.